Onwere ihe o mere njenye ya ekele ayaya. Onwere ihe o mere njenye ya ekele. Onwere ọrụ ọrụrụ njenye ya otuto. Onwere ọrụ ọrụrụ njenye ya. Asị m nye ya ekele, ọ bụ onye obiọma. Onwere ihe o mere njenye ya ekele. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, the great leader, the prophet of our time, the leader, the Moses of our generation. And I remember I almost said that Biafran evangelist. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching us from. He said that he's coming out soon. And coming out is not just coming out, it's coming out to shame and to disgrace those Fulanis.
Hausa is gone. It took Fulani very many years before they came out of their shell to say we are Fulani. Remember before, many years ago, they said we are Hausa Fulani. We are Hausa Fulani. Because that time, their subjugation of the Hausa race hasn't been completed. Now they have completed it. Have they not completed it? Then what is happening right now? I ask you, what is happening now? Fulani have now come out to tell you we are Fulani people. Is that not what they are saying now? They are not telling you we are Fulani. No more Hausa Fulani. What does that tell you? Do you know why Borno State is still alive? Why you still have the Kanu'S people in Borno today? Was because they resisted the Fulani centuries ago. You have to go back to history to understand how Nigeria came into existence. Fulani has been expanding from day one, from Senegambia, all the way from... And you're asking us to somehow fold our hands and keep quiet. We should fold our hands and wait until we are overrun by the Janjaweed from the Sahel. Is that how reasonable people think? Is that how people that wish to survive as a race, is that how they reason?
Biafra Evangelist, thank you for joining me this afternoon. Viewers, spending on wherever you are, whether in the morning, whether in the afternoon, please, if this is your first time, subscribe to this channel on your notifications. Biafra Evangelist, joy to Biafrans all over the world, in US, everywhere. Everything is working together for good for Biafrans. Nnamdi Kanu.
For those who love the Lord.
Yes, Nnamdi Kanu is coming out in the month of May. What do you have to say to this joyful news?
Leaders in Igbo land who claim to be the governors and the Igbo leader in person of Rupus Odiojo, Soludo, Pitamba, and Wifuru. Those ones that don't want him, and stupid Wike, the FCT minister, that don't want him to come out.
Is Wike among of those who want
Wike is among the people who finance it, who sponsor it, and shame the Oba families who never wanted him, who sponsored the kidnapping of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Let me tell you, and let me tell you clearly, the handwriting is already on the wall, and it is written all over everywhere. Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has conquered Nigeria, as he said. He said, I will bury. I am the one. He said, the suffering of my people will end in me, and I will be the one to end Nigeria. And that is what is happening. Same to Nigeria.
The Biafra Evangelist, everything is working together for good for Biafra.
So Biafra now, because we stand on the truth and we are the light.
In US right now, USB Constitution has been approved by Donald Trump. This is the rejoice that in US, Dr. Rabose and his people in US
Rabose is doing the job that others could not do. What others fail is what she is doing. What others fail is what she has done. What others could not do is what she has finalized. You know, these other ones, what they plotted was to destabilize what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has labored for, what Simon Ekpan has suffered for. Because they are agents of darkness. They are partnering with Nigeria. You know, Nigeria, the meaning of Nigeria means darkness. And the meaning of Biafra means light. We are the light of the African, the Biafra. We are the light of the people in the South. We are the light in the West Africa. We are the light in the North Africa. We are the light in the East Africa. And we are the light of the South Africa. We are the light. The only country whereby people like Donald Trump will be eager to visit. Have you ever seen somebody look at Rory or Burkina Faso? Look at that young man. Do you know what he said? He said that he would like to have Mazen Nnamdi as soon as he is released. That is a man who knows that he has somebody. That person like Mazen Nnamdi is a person of his like mindset. Because the freedom of Mazen Nnamdi is the freedom of all. I'm telling you now that the freedom of Mazen Nnamdi is the freedom of all. Not just only the Igbos, not just the Biafra, but Africa as a whole. Because the light that is in that young man, nobody carries it. Not even Donald Trump. And that is why somebody like Donald Trump is embracing the grace. See, let me tell you, I want to talk about grace. There are people that carry grace. It's not by science. It's not by education. God give it to them. It doesn't, not because they merit it, not that. It was a free gift from the Lord. God gave it to them. And whosoever that have encounter with them, encounter special things. So Donald Trump has seen the light, the grace that is in that young man. He decided to embrace it. Donald Trump saw the light that will shine in Biafra. He himself want to embrace it. Who know like better thing? If na you nko, the same protein Russia that bombed Biafra is now celebrating Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, embracing Biafra. The same British that don't want Biafra to stand are the ones that are washing their hands now that they cannot do anything in the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Onye karere mmadụ karịrị chi ya.
Biafra evangelist, let's go to Finland, where Samuel Ekpan is battling it with the government of Finland. As I speak to you now, the Prime Minister of Finland now is like, he has betrayed Samuel Ekpan. The Nigerian government has used Samuel Ekpan as a trade provider with Finland. And the Finland citizens, they are not even happy with the man.
Of course. How do you expect them to be happy? A man that have given all to the country, a man that have given his life and served all his life to the country. Do you know what it means to control battalion? To be a commander in the military? This is a man you turn back and you turn him down, you disrespect him, you disregard him, and you do not value his humanitarian interest nor right in your country. See, when you don't know, you don't like somebody, why did you welcome him as a citizen? When you know that you cannot protect this person or you don't like this person, why do you allow him to become your citizen? Why do you approve him as a citizen?
Everything went wrong for Samuel Ekpan. The very day Kashim Shettima meet the Prime Minister in UK. And even after that, Samuel Ekpan said he trusts his president, that his president cannot compromise. But it's as if we don't know what Shettima and Nigeria government.
The president has compromised because he's a human. You know, I said it earlier that the only thing that can make Finland not to succumb, you know, with what Nigeria want to use to buy them over is integrity, discipline, and policy. Out of which Alexander Stubb has proven to me that he doesn't have integrity. He is not a disciplined person, and he doesn't have a word of. He's not a man enough. That is what he has proven to me, and that is what he has proven to the USD. For taking the side of Nigeria, he shows that he's incompetent. He's an immobile person. It's not reliable and it's not trustworthy. It's not somebody we should have confidence in. Just like a former Kenyan president.
Biafra evangelist, do you think that Biafrans should take this Finland Prime Minister to ICC to go and report to ICC?
Excuse me, Simon Ekpan, once as soon as the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu case is done and dusted, from now to May, everything will be settled. And of which I want to tell you this. You can call it a prophecy, and I don't care. Let me tell you, the court cannot free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The freedom of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will not come through courts. but it will come as a result of negotiation at the backyard. You will hear say they remove it, they release him. It will not come through court. And I am telling you again that the case of Simon Ekman will be after Mazen Nnamdi case is settled. They no born and well again to keep that young man because he's a man who committed no crime. Why should you detain him? Why are you disturbing his life? If you know that you cannot grant him safety, why did you give him the car, the passport, the guarantee, and what it takes to be a citizen in your country, even to the point of handling the military position in your country for so many years, and now belonging to the same political party, of which they on the platform that today you are standing as a governor, as a prime minister, the president of a nation. You understand? So, but I'm happy that the party members, the people are now standing up. They are rising now against the prime minister, protesting, campaigning for the, freedom, total freedom of Simon
So,
Ekpa.
Biafra evangelist in 30 seconds as you go. What is the expectation? What is the mood of Southeast right now? Hearing that Mazen Nnamdi is coming out very soon.
The mood, the excitement is much, because we know it that at the end of the day, by the time it comes out, like I said before, freedom of Mazen Nnamdi is the freedom of all.
Thank you so much. Freedom of Mazen Nnamdi is the
Freedom of all.
Thank you. Look forward to have you next time again.
Why is nobody talking about one of the reasons why the British hate the Igbos so much? Before the Nigerian Biafran War, there was the British Igbo War that lasted for 31 years, which is known as the Ekumeku Resistance. The Agreement of the Berlin Conference of 1884 to 1885 gave the European nations the right to claim African lands and its resources. Britain, who had engaged in trade with the coastal cities before, made bold their intentions to claim all African resources to themselves and rule over all indigenous nations in Africa. Many tribes resisted the British invaders. This led to so many wars. Many African tribes put up a great war against the British powers. One of such tribes were the Igbo people of ancient Biafra, who are now one of the three major tribes of Nigeria. The Ekumeku movement consisted of great number of attacks and uprisings by the Anoma people against the British from 1893 to 1914. The Ekumeku warriors were bonded by secret oaths. They utilized the guerrilla tactics to attack the British Royal Company, who were determined to penetrate Igbo land. The Ekumeku warriors were drawn from thousands of Anoma youths from all parts of Anoma land. As the war rages on, the Ekumeku warriors defended their rights to live peacefully without foreign interjection. While the British used heavy weapons, they destroyed homes, farms and roads with heavy bombardment and bombarded Onitsha on November 2nd, 1897. This set the tempo for the rest of the war. They fought the Anoma people of Ibusa in 1898. The battle was so severe in Onwa Okuzu, 1904, that the commander of the British Army, Crawford, demanded for more arms from the British headquarters to crush the western Anoma communities. The people of Onwa again in 1906 engaged the British Army in gruesome battle that claimed the life of a British commander. Ogwashiruku also faced the British Army 2nd November 1909 and made the British sustain a heavy blow. There were many casualties and deaths. The Ekumeku became a formidable force in the Igbo land and was a great source of nationalism for the Anoma people. It also served as a uniting cord that held together various towns which were independent on each other in the past. The Igbo were Republican people. Each town had a leadership that was drawn from its oldest men and families. The war would have lasted longer, possibly ended in a British defeat, if the Anoma people had equivalent firepower and had more allies from other great Igbo kingdoms and towns. But even at that point, other tribes were also facing the British armies on their own. After almost 20 years of battle, they decided to strike with a very great force, and in December 1902, they sent a powerful expedition to Anoma Kingdom. Great number of towns were destroyed, civilians and soldiers were killed, their leaders arrested and imprisoned. After this, the British made sure that they had suppressed the Ekumeku military cult and that victory was theirs. The British officers boasted the Ekumeku and other secret societies have been completely crushed. To their greatest surprise, 2 years later, in 1904, the fearless Ekumeku rose again. The Igbos are proud and very strong people, and they cannot go down easily. When Ekumeku started their renewed campaign, they changed tactics and abandoned the guerrilla warfare style of 1989 for individual defense of each town. The last battle began in 1909. There was a succession dispute in Ogwashiuku. The British tried to remove the rightful king and enthrone someone else. One of the heirs to the throne, Nzekwe, the son of the last Obi, noticed the plot of the British against him and went on a war with them to fight for his inheritance. This was one of the many wars fought by the Igbos against the British even before the Biafra-Nigerian War.
I continue asking myself a question. Does Igbo deserve to be in this country called Nigerians? And so many people have not really given me the answer I deserve. But today, I have come on here to clarify that Igbos does not deserve to be in Nigerians. Because the hatred being given to Igbos by this so-called the Hausas, the Fulani and the Yorubas is too much. Now you look at it. Let's start from this NNPC that Bola Ahmed Tinubu just changed their director yesterday. If you go and read the history of NNPC in Nigeria, no any Igbo man have taken that positions. Go and make your research before you come on him, before you come and criticize me on the comment section. Go and make your research. The people you can neither see there are from South, they are not Igbo. Don't misquote me. They are not Igbo. They are South. Don't forget that it's still the same Nigeria that divide them, that they are South. The major problem these people are having is that when a South occupy a position, they say Igbo man have occupied that positions. And that's what happened in the case of Jonathan. Oh, Igbo man have become a president. Is Jonathan not an Igbo? Jonathan is a South. It is them that divided. It is them that separated the land from the southern region. Because as I speak to you, if not because of the politics they play, when you talk about southeast, you talk about from Benin downward, every expert is east. But because of the war, after the Biafra war, they felt that, oh, if we leave these people will do this, they will do that. They now separated all these things, say they call South. Tell me, what is the difference between River State and Bayelsa State? It's just like you are telling me you are differentiating, let me say, you are pulling Kanu out of the north. Say Kanu now belong to some group of people. And that's what they have done to Southeast. But nevertheless, even despite that, with all the things they have done, at least tamper justice and give these people what they deserve. If you are, the question is that if you leave Igbo to go on their own, wouldn't they be a better people, far better than what they are doing? The answer is yes. When I keep saying it, some people will come to my comment section and be insulting me. What has Igbo give to you? Igbo have bribed you. Igbo have this. If Igbo will have allowed to go during the Biafra war, Igbo will have been one of the best African countries in Nigeria today. There won't have be a reason of going to Japan, going to China, going to all those places to go and import. It would have even still be a favor to Africans. And that's what we don't know. Despite these guys are not having the backup of the federal government, support of the federal government.
For that wonderful question, the anchor of this good platform. First and foremost, I want to say, someone has come out to say, or has outlined countless times that he said that the Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun for the second time. Now when he said that, see, Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun, it means that nobody needs to die for them to exit Nigeria. Now, Ojukwu fought Biafra in a different dimension. Now, Nnamdi Kanu did it via his own dimension. So Ekpa is taking it globally. And now, we've seen world body recognize Biafra. We've seen the UN and then some other global body have come out to endorse the Biafra struggle. So kudos to him, it is a plus. Some persons have come out to say that Samonekpa should be discredited, the likes of Ohanes Ndigbo and that of the Southeastern governors. But my question is that you said Samonekpa should not be taken serious. Then who should be taken serious? The government who is not willing to protect our people? Is it the people who have refused to speak up when the Igbo man has been marginalized in the country? Is it the same governors who have become a tools in the hands of their Fulani master? So for you to even have a character like Samonekpa and Nnamdi Kanu to have come out to say enough is enough, that we are tired of this contraption called one Nigerians. It shows that these people have this mindset that, see, they can no longer be the slave. So for him to have even gone as far as to hire lobbyists that will speak on behalf of Biafra, in the world sorry, in the UN summit. To me, it's a plus, and that alone, the voice of Biafrans will be heard globally, and the voice of an Igbo man is also being heard globally. Now, let me take it back the line. When Southern Sudan and Keyan Sudan wanted parted ways, nobody killed each other. Nobody go through the route of violence. It was done amicably. So Samonapa is doing it amicably for him to convince world leaders that this thing is possible, and why the government of the day, the present government of Nigeria, are not seeing it that way. Thank you. You can also
Should the government, should the Nigerian government be worried about this?
why would they be worried? The same people have sent assassins to kill Samonepa. Now only he has escaped. So see, one thing about it is that the government of the day, they are panicking. There's panic. You know what it is now? Say a particular tribe or a major tribe to exit your country. You know how an Igbo man is. You know the investment of an Igbo man is in the country. Now imagine in Nigeria without an Igbo man. Let's just imagine that. I mean,